What's up, my friends? It's Holly, and I'm back with another video. Thank you to all the new subscribers. Thank you to the returning subscribers who have come to watch this video. I love you guys. You're awesome. Today's video is going to be a favorites and fails. Fix this hair going on here. A couple months ago, I had said that I was going to start doing favorites and fails like once a month, because a lot of times I do first impressions with you all. And so I can try something out for the first time and I may like it or dislike it. But then after I try it some more, my opinion might change. And I've tried doing follow-up videos. Those don't really go over very well. People are like, this is old news. So this way I can condense it all into one video for you, and you can kind of get the scoop on what I've been trying out over the last month. This time it's going to be over the last like 2 months or so, because my phone wasn't working to film a video. So I'm going to try to cram a lot of stuff into a really small window here. So just bear with me. I'm probably going to go pretty fast, but yeah. Without further ado, let's get started. The first thing I want to talk about has been kind of a cult favorite among the beauty YouTubers. A lot of people really, really love this, and I've got mixed reviews on it, and that is the L'Oreal Infallible Up to 24-Hour Fresh Wear Foundation. This is what it looks like. It's all gooped up because I've used it. Okay, like I said, I'm on the fence about this one. Is it decent? Yes, it's decent. But I don't find it to be particularly long wearing, like it says up to 24 hours right here on the bottle. The price point you're going to find this at is between $10 and $15. And I just don't really feel like it's worth it. I feel like the Milani is better. One reason I purchased this is because it's more of a thin and watery consistency, like my favorite foundation, and it's also owned by the same parent company as my favorite. So I thought maybe this will be a nice dupe, because the other one is $47 and this $10 to $15, depending on where you purchase it. Won't be bad. You know, I can wear this on a daily basis, and then I can wear the more high-end one when I'm going somewhere where I really kind of want to try to look flawless. So here's the problem with this. Again, it's not very long wear, and also I have a really hard time not getting it to be streaky, especially here around the nose area. The only way I'm able to pull it off is if I combine it with a high-end Lancome concealer, and then once I blend the concealer on my nose, it's finally not streaky. Do I think this is overhyped? Absolutely. It's decent. And like I said, I do wear it on like I probably wear it 3 to 4 times a week, but I'm not over the moon about it. I'm not sure if I'm going to buy this again. So it's just, I'd give it like a C, maybe a C+. So not terrible, but not great. Another thing that I wanted to talk about is another cult favorite among the beauty YouTubers, and that is and mine's been used, so it's kind of dirty looking, but this is the e.l.f. 16-Hour Camo Concealer. We need to put like a big, like a flashing red light, caution, warning to go with this product, because it is super fast drying. I mean, I can't emphasize this enough. Believe me when I say this, it dries pretty much immediately when you put it on. So what I do normally when I use a concealer, I will put it on my under eye area first and then leave that area to get nice and kind of tacky. And I go ahead and put it in the rest of the places on my face to highlight and stuff like I do. And then I will blend all those areas out, and then I will come and blend under my eyes out, because like I said, I want it to get that tacky consistency so it kind of stays put, but will still blend. This one, I attempted to do that, and it was a major, major mistake, because it wasn't budging. I mean, it was stuck on. So here is how I suggest using it. It's got a little learning curve with it. I'm going to swatch this real quick, because this is like paint and concrete combined. I mean, it is as full coverage of a concealer, one of the most full coverage that I have ever seen. So it will hide all your regrets. It'll hide everything. But if you're not working with it the right way, you're going to kind of regret using it. So what I do, and this is how I recommend using it, is to put it under one eye and immediately blend it out. Put it under the other eye, immediately blend it out in just one area at a time. Sorry, one area at a time. Work with it that way. Don't try to do the whole face at once and go back and blend, because you're really going to regret it. Sorry, I'm so thirsty. But as far as coverage goes, it is good. This is only $5. So it's good as long as you know how to use it. I probably will repurchase. I got way too light of a color in this, and especially and I do like my concealer to be lighter than my foundation, but especially going into spring and summer, and I get really tan really fast. This is not going to cut it for me, and this stuff is pretty much full still, because a little bit goes a long way. But what I'm doing with it, since it is super light, is I'll put my Lancome concealer all, kind of under my eye, and then I'll just put a little tiny dot here on the inside of my under eye area, just to really brighten that and highlight it. So I'm not really using it to conceal anything, but using it more for highlighting and brightening. So this is good. For $5 especially, this is really good. So yeah, that's where we're at with that. I'm going to wipe this off before I get it all over my clothes. Okay, so the next thing I want to talk about is that I reviewed on here with you all when I did my bronzing and contouring video, bronze touring, and that is the Becca bronzer. This stuff is awesome. It's got cute little packaging, like a little UFO. But this is good. It lasts all day. It really does what it's supposed to do. I'm using it today, and you can see I am definitely bronzed and contoured with it. So I feel like this is going to be great even going into spring and summer, even when I'm more tan. And yes, it's $44, so that's kind of a high price, but I've had this for at least 2 months, maybe longer. And I don't know if you can see, but it's still like got the like stamping imprint that they give it whenever they manufacture it on there. So it's not going anywhere very fast, and I use this every single day. So this is good. Way better than the Hoola Benefit Hoola bronzer. That was okay. It lasted me a year. It was $30, so it is a lower price point. But if something's lasting you for a year, like how much of a difference really is $14? But this is better, gotta say. Another thing I talked about on here that I got at TJ Maxx was some Stila products. This first one is the Perfectly Poreless Putty Perfector, and this is supposed to be like a touch-up powder or even potentially a setting powder. This does work, okay? But I would not even consider repurchasing it at full price. No way, no how. And this is why. Okay, so it comes with this little powder puff, which has got stuff all over it. And then it's got this little window here, and then where your powder puff sits, and then you open it up, and here's the product. Okay, I've probably only used this 10 to 12 times, and you can see I'm hitting pan, but it's not necessarily because all of the product is gone. It's because this really is like a really thick putty or like a clay, and so it moves around a lot as you use it. So, just go into it expecting that, but it does come down to like a powder finish, but it's just kind of a wet consistency when you're first using it. So I like it, but I don't like the fact that after so few uses, it's already looking like this. So unless I can find it at TJ Maxx again, I probably won't be purchasing it, but it is really, really, it works nicely. I'm just gonna put a little bit here. You can see I have a little bit of shine on my chin. Pretty much gone. So, it's decent. It's decent. Okay, the next thing I want to talk about is the Stila Heaven's Hue highlighter. I got this in the shade Brilliance, and this is a wonderful highlighter. I'm wearing it today. You can see it's highlighted kind of all around here, on my nose. This is a nice highlighter. I got it for a really good deal. But one thing to know about this is it's also like kind of a putty consistency, not as much as that powder, but it feels wet and cool when you touch it. But I feel like it really, really works well. There you go. Can kind of see where I just rubbed it there. It really works nicely. It stays put for a long time. So this was also a good purchase. I do recommend check out your TJ Maxx before paying full price for this though, because they have a lot of Stila products there. Another thing I want to talk about that I got at TJ Maxx, I've used one of them and I have not used the other, and that is these little Too Faced products. Now, Too Faced has the cutest packaging. I mean, it's just really, really cute. I am not a huge fan of all Too Faced products. I don't feel like they are across the board crushing it as far as quality, but they have a lot of cute packaging. I got the Too Faced Born This Way concealer. I've probably used it 3 or 4 times. I don't love it, but I feel like it's a little yellow for my skin tone, so maybe that's why I'm not using it too frequently, but I just wasn't overly impressed, and I paid full price for that. These items I got at TJ Maxx, so I got a better deal on them. One of them I have not used yet, but I want to show it to you so you can get an idea of what I mean by the really cute packaging. This one is a bronzer, and it's the Bronzed Peach Melting Powder Bronzer. Look how cute that is. It's like in a little shape of a peach. And then when you open it up on the inside, the actual product is like kind of pressed with a peach as well, which I just think is so adorable. I've not tried this bronzer yet because I just love my Becca bronzer so much. But even just to sit these out on my vanity, if I can get them at TJ Maxx, like it's a really, really good deal. So, because I like to display makeup. I have a makeup collection, so putting cute little things out there is really important to me. So hold on just one second and I'll be right back to talk more about this. Okay, sorry about that. I had to get a drink of water. But this Too Faced, I got the Perfectly Peach, I think is what it's called, blush. And it comes in this little cute packaging. So, you know, they match each other, just different colors. They're really adorable. But here's what I'll say about this, and I'm feeling like the bronzer is probably the exact same thing. It's the Melting Powder Bronzer. So these are like kind of like a cream to powder blush. So they're not completely a cream blush, but I'll show you here, and I've already been using this. I used it today. I really like the color. But if you can see on it, there you go. You can see how it gets kind of little clumps on it, and that's because it is like a creamy consistency. It almost feels like chapstick when you're rubbing your finger on it. I'm going to swatch this too. But then it dries down to like a powder. So I don't really like it. No, I do like it, but I don't love it because it gets my blush brush like all kind of damp and clumpy, and I don't like that. And I have to make sure on my cheeks that I've not got a lot of clumping going on just sitting on my face after I apply it. So, you know, I give it like a B+. It is a good lasting blush. Because normally when you put makeup on, your blush is going to be the first to fade away throughout the day, but not this one. It stays put for, you know, at least 5, 6, 7, 8 hours. So that's really all you can kind of ask it to do. So that's all of the I do have one more Too Faced thing to talk about. Let me put this back in its little package. The next thing I want to talk about is the Too Faced Lip Injection Juicy Color Plumping Lip Gloss. Looks just like this. This is like a nice nude shade. It has a smell for sure, but I really can't put my finger on what the scent is supposed to be. I put it like right there. There we go. And so what this does is you put it on your lips and leave it on for about 15 minutes, and it plumps your lips up to be bigger. So it's going to have a little bit of a burn and a tingling sensation to it. But after 15 minutes, you can wipe it off. And then I feel like it's made my lips look much fuller. Now, does this last for like more than a day? No, I think they just slowly kind of go back down to their normal size after a few hours. But this really, again, it's not so uncomfortable of like a tingling and a warm sensation that you're going to want to wipe it off like as soon as you put it on. It's definitely like tolerable, but you can just feel that it's working. And I got this also at TJ Maxx. This is the shade Milkshake. I don't really wear this out anywhere because I feel like it's too nude for me. But like if you can see, that's like super nude. But I do put it on before I go somewhere, and like while I'm doing my hair or something, then I'll wipe it off and put my regular lips on and like lip product. And I feel like it does make them look enlarged. So there's that. The only other thing I wanted to talk about today, actually, no, I'm going to go quick. I've got a couple more things. One is the Lancome Teint Idole Ultra Wear Foundation. I don't know how much I've talked to you all about this. I know I've told you I really like it, but this is the best foundation I have ever tried in my life. It's high-end, so it's $47, but it is a kind of a watery consistency, so it doesn't go on really cakey, but it gives you nice coverage. You can build it up into a second coat if you feel like you need it. But I just feel like it looks really, really nice on my skin. It doesn't, I mean, yeah, you're gonna be able to see like wrinkles that I have and stuff, but it doesn't enhance my pores or emphasize the wrinkles at all. So I definitely really, really love this. Again, it's a higher price, but this is the best. I will continue to purchase. I've actually already bought it twice, and I'm gonna buy a little darker shade once I excuse me, a slightly darker shade once I get more color from the sun. Also, the Lancome Waterproof Long Lasting Under Eye Concealer. I have this in 2 shades also. This is a slightly darker shade because I use it to spot conceal before I put my foundation on, and then the lighter shade to use my concealer as like highlight and contour. So these are really, really good. I can't remember how much they are. I want to say right around $30, but these don't even feel like I've used any, and I've had them well over a month. So if you're shelling out some money, but you don't have to use much of the product, then it seems worth it because it lasts you a lot longer than these more inexpensive products that you keep shelling money out for, you know, once a month or once every 2 months, whereas these last a lot longer because the coverage is so good. So definitely recommend those. And what was the last thing I wanted to talk about? I just saw it. Oh, I got some new lashes and lash glue. These are House of Lashes eyelashes. I'd never had a chance to try them before, but they have them on the Ulta website for like $7.99, which really comes close to that like drugstore, Walgreens, Walmart, Ardell price point. And these are much better quality. I feel like these are as good as Lily lashes as far as the look of them, and these were $30. These were just as good, but they last. The Lily lashes fell apart after I wore them a couple times. These I've worn multiple times already. They're nice. They're long, but they're still kind of thin. The ones I had on in yesterday's video were the Iconics. These are the Juliet's. I think the Iconics are more for like special occasion, not everyday lashes, and the Juliet's are more everyday, but I really do like these. And when I got these, I also ordered the Duo Brush On Adhesive with Vitamins in the shade Dark. This is really nice, but it's changed what I know about eyelash glue and applying it. This is what I usually use. It's the same brand. I get it at Walgreens. This I had to order on Ulta's website. They're around the same price, if not the same price, but I feel like this one, well, no, the difference is this one you have to put it on and let your lashes dry with the glue on them for about 1 minute to 2 minutes for the glue to get tacky and not just be slippery and wet. You want it to be tacky where you can place it on and then adjust it a little bit so it's still able to move, but it's not going to just slide right off where you just placed it. This one, you put it on one lash and then you put it on the other lash, and as soon as you've done that, you can put your first lash that you applied the glue to on. It's gonna give you a little wiggle room, but once you put it on, it's gonna, like once you get it in place, it's gonna stay put. Now, I haven't noticed any lifting in the corners, which is a common problem when wearing eyelashes, and sometimes I had that with the this Duo Lash Glue. This I haven't noticed, but it's kind of weird when I go to take them off at the end of the night, they come off super easily. So I don't know if like after so many hours of wear, they're just like, it's starting to wear off, or if it's just, that's how it is. It keeps the ends in place. So, but the center doesn't really stay super glued down on there, but then you're not like tearing your natural eyelashes out or really having to like tug and pull. One time I had to pull one so hard that it like yanked my eyelid up, and it was super painful for days. Like I had ripped something under my eyelid. I don't know. But so this is nice for that. I'm liking it so far. If my opinion changes, I'll let you know, because I've only used it probably 10 times thus far. So I'm liking it still. I don't know, though, if I would say get this one over this one. So that's where we're at on it. But I do like the brush-on method. I think it's less messy. All right, I think that's all I wanted to talk about today. If I think of anything else, I will make another video and just do a short one. I'm going to do a video kind of like this, where I film skincare and like body washes and body oils and shampoos and stuff like that. Some of my favorites and fails, so I can give you an idea of what I'm using outside of just makeup, you know, more like just beauty related items. So I'm going to go ahead and film that one either today or tomorrow and put it up in the next couple of days. But that way you can see what I'm liking in the shower and to cleanse my face and toners and all of that kind of stuff. So if you have any questions, or if you have tried some of these items that I've mentioned today and they were either a favorite or a fail for you, please let me know in the comments, because I love hearing what other people think about different items as well, because, you know, we're all going to like things or dislike them for different reasons. But that's all I have to say today, and I will see you next time. Thanks for coming to watch with me, and God bless. Have a great day. Bye.